Have you ever wondered how the diverse and vibrant nation of Indonesia came to be? Indonesia, a nation of over 17,000 islands, is nestled between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It's a country that's as diverse as it is beautiful, with over 300 ethnic groups and 700 languages. But how did this melting pot of cultures and traditions form? Well, it's a story that takes us back to the ancient times, to the dawn of human civilization. In the heart of the Indonesian archipelago, on the island of Java, archaeologists stumbled upon a discovery that would shake the foundations of our understanding of human history. They unearthed the remains of an early human ancestor, a species known as Java man. These remains, which date back to around 1 million years ago, are some of the earliest evidence of human life in Southeast Asia. And it wasn't just human life that was thriving in this region. Indonesia's lush, fertile lands and abundant resources attracted a host of different cultures and civilizations. Over the centuries, these indigenous cultures left their mark on the archipelago, shaping its culture, traditions, and way of life. From the intricate batik patterns of Java to the vibrant dances of Bali, these indigenous influences are still very much alive in Indonesia today. But Indonesia's story isn't just about its people. Its geographical location also played a crucial role in shaping its destiny. Straddling the equator and flanked by two of the world's most significant oceans, Indonesia was a key player in ancient trade routes. This strategic position not only brought wealth and prosperity, but also exposure to a myriad of foreign influences. So the seeds of what we now know as Indonesia were sown in the prehistoric era, setting the stage for a fascinating journey. A journey that would see this rich and diverse land rise from the ashes of ancient civilizations, navigate the tumultuous waters of colonialism and imperialism, and ultimately emerge as the vibrant, multicultural nation we know today. As time passed, the face of Indonesia began to change, with the rise of powerful kingdoms. Now let's step into a time machine and travel back to the era of grand empires and majestic temples. Our first stop is around the 7th century, where we find the Srivijaya Empire reigning supreme. This maritime empire, based on the island of Sumatra, was a significant center for the expansion of Buddhism. Its strategic location along the trade routes between China and India made it a crucial player in the commerce of the region. The empire was known for its wealth, with its prosperity fueled by its control over the region's spice trade and its sophisticated administrative and economic systems. But the Srivijaya wasn't the only powerhouse in the region. Fast forward a few centuries, and we find ourselves in the era of the Majapahit Empire. This was the last of the great Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms of the Indonesian archipelago. Founded in the late 13th century, the Majapahit Empire was known for its military might and expansive trade networks. At its peak, its influence extended far beyond present-day Indonesia, reaching as far as Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines. And let's not forget the influence of Indian culture during this period. The kingdoms of Indonesia were not isolated entities, but were part of a larger cultural and economic network that included India. Indian influence can still be seen today in Indonesia's language, architecture, and religious practices. The prosperity and influence of these empires left a lasting legacy on Southeast Asia. They were centers of learning and culture, where art, literature, and philosophy thrived. But as all empires do, they eventually fell, leaving behind a rich tapestry of history that continues to shape Indonesia's identity. The rise and fall of these empires formed a significant chapter in Indonesia's history, shaping its future in more ways than one. So, as we close the chapter on the dawn of kingdoms, we are left with a sense of awe at the grandeur of these empires, and the indelible mark they left on the annals of history. As the ancient empires faded, a new era began with the arrival of European powers. The vast archipelago we now know as Indonesia, rich with coveted spices, became an irresistible lure. The first to arrive were the Portuguese in the early 16th century, drawn by tales of a far-off land of nutmeg, cloves, and pepper. Their journey, however, was not solely motivated by the allure of spices. The Portuguese also sought to spread Christianity, leaving an indelible mark on the religious landscape of certain Indonesian regions. But the Portuguese's hold over Indonesia was to be short-lived. The Dutch, enticed by the same spice-rich tales, began to arrive towards the end of the 16th century. In the early 17th century, the Dutch East India Company, or Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie in Dutch, was established. This powerful trading corporation effectively monopolized the spice trade, exerting control over production and setting prices. The Dutch East India Company also established a colonial administration, introducing a new language, new laws, and a new way of life for the Indonesian people. The impact of this European intrusion was significant. The Dutch language became the lingua franca of administration and education, shaping the nation's linguistic profile. Christianity continued to spread, coexisting with the prevailing Islamic faith. Yet, the colonial rule was not without resistance. The Indonesian people, despite being subjected to foreign control, never ceased in their struggle for sovereignty. The arrival of the Europeans was more than a mere historical event. It was a catalyst that triggered significant social, cultural, and political changes in Indonesia. It marked the onset of a period of intense conflict, but also of transformation. From the ashes of the old world, a new Indonesia was gradually taking shape. The arrival of the Europeans marked the beginning of a new chapter in Indonesia's history, one fraught with conflict and change. The seeds of nationalism began to sprout in the hearts of the Indonesian people, leading to a struggle for independence. As the 20th century dawned, Indonesia found herself under the grip of colonial rule. But the winds of change were stirring. The seeds of nationalism were taking root, watered by the ideas of liberty, justice, and self-determination. Among the many who rose to the call of freedom, two figures stood out: Sukarno and Muhammad Hatta. Sukarno, a charismatic orator, and Hatta, a pragmatic thinker, complemented each other perfectly. Together they led Indonesia's fight for independence. Sukarno's speeches resonated with the masses. His passionate words ignited a fire in the hearts of his fellow countrymen. He spoke of freedom, of an Indonesia free from foreign rule, where every citizen had the right to chart their own destiny. On the other hand, Hatta provided the strategic direction. He believed in a peaceful path to independence. He advocated for diplomacy and negotiations, not violence. But when necessary, he wasn't afraid to stand firm against the colonial powers. As the Second World War drew to a close, the time was ripe for change. The Japanese, who had occupied Indonesia during the war, surrendered. The power vacuum left in their wake provided the perfect opportunity for the Indonesian nationalists. On the 17th of August in the year 1945, Sukarno and Hatta seized the moment. In a simple ceremony in Jakarta, they declared Indonesia's independence. The proclamation of independence was read out, marking the birth of a new nation. However, the struggle was far from over. The Dutch, unwilling to relinquish their colony, launched a series of police actions to regain control. But the spirit of the Indonesian people was unbreakable. They resisted, they fought, and they eventually triumphed. The arduous struggle for independence marked the birth of a new nation, the Republic of Indonesia. Through this struggle, a nation was forged, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Indonesian people. Their fight for freedom serves as a beacon of hope and courage for all those who aspire for independence. From the ancient empires to the struggle for independence, the formation of Indonesia is a tale of resilience and transformation. Let's journey back through the tapestry of time, tracing the threads that have woven the vibrant fabric of this nation. We started with the dawn of kingdoms, where the seeds of civilization were sown on this archipelago. The Srivijaya and Majapahit empires set the stage, demonstrating the potential of a united realm amidst the diversity of islands. They showed the world that a kingdom is not just a piece of land but a reflection of its people's spirit and culture. Then, the winds of change blew from the west, carrying European explorers to these shores. The arrival of the Portuguese and the Dutch marked a significant turn, introducing new elements into the mix. Their influence was undeniable, shaping the economy, politics, and society in ways that are still evident today. But the heart of the nation remained undeterred. The struggle for independence was a testament to the resilience of the Indonesian people. Heroes like Sukarno and Hatta emerged from the shadows, guiding the nation towards the light of freedom. Their passion ignited a fire in the hearts of millions, a fire that burns brightly even today. Every era, every struggle, every victory has played a crucial role in shaping modern-day Indonesia. It has carved out a nation that is as diverse as its islands, as resilient as its people, and as vibrant as its culture. The journey hasn't been easy, but it has been worth it. The tale of Indonesia's formation is a testament to the spirit of unity and diversity, the very soul of this nation. The tale of Indonesia's formation is not just about the past, but also about how it shapes the nation's present and future. It is a testament to the spirit of unity and diversity that defines this vibrant nation. The past has written the present, and the present is writing the future. The story continues, and we are all a part of it.